What's up, Red Wings fans? Welcome to the final edition of the Forecheck on the 2021-2022 season. We are live from the Chevy Plaza outside of Little Caesars Arena. Today's show is presented by PointsBet. I'm Daniella Bruce alongside Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer Ken. I cannot believe that we are already at the end of the season, our final home game today.
Yeah, it was almost like we were here for the summertime experience with the draft and everything, and here we are closing out the season. But this is a great day for Red Wing fans because I travel around the National Hockey League. I see all the fans around the league. There's some good fans around the league, but they don't match up to the Red Wing fans here in Hockey Town.
No, they don't. We have the best fans here in Detroit, and we're excited to welcome all of you down here to Little Caesars Arena for the final time this season. It's going to be a good one, and the Red Wings are coming off a fairly successful trip in Florida, that big win in Tampa, Ken.
Really was a good win, and how about Jacob Vrana? He had 2 goals in that hockey game, including the game winner there in the third period. And what I liked about that game is the fact that the Red Wings gave up an early goal and then somehow found a way to get back into that game and close them out in the end. I was holding my breath there because they pulled the goaltender and they're a dynamic team, but a good 2 points for the Red Wings. Unfortunately, they couldn't match that same intensity and get the victory in Florida.
How about all the fans coming in here early today, just getting ready for the game? A lot of activities going on in the Chevy Plaza. It's exciting. I love it.
We got to change that Crosby jersey right there. We got to get him a Red Wings jersey.
Not great. We might be able to get them a jersey and just change it up a little. Oh, look at another Pittsburgh jersey behind us. Oh, man. All right. Anyway, Ken, let's talk a little bit about Dylan Larkin. We know that he is going to miss the remainder of the season after undergoing core muscle surgery. And the thing here to note is that Dylan Larkin missed practices fairly often, especially towards the end of the season. We knew that something was bugging him. He played injured for a long time, and he was one of the Red Wings' best players all season long, if not the best.
Certainly was, and what a bounce-back year it was for Dylan Larkin. He'll be the first to tell you that last year he didn't like it, and he worked hard in the offseason after an injury, and he's going to work hard in the offseason this year. But he was the team leader both on and off the ice, and as he's getting a little bit older, I think he wants to win that much more. So all the best to Dylan Larkin, and hopefully a speedy recovery in the summertime, and get well soon, Dylan. We need you back next year.
Yeah, we do. Jeff Blashill said he is expected to make that full recovery by the time training camp and the season gets underway next year. But we hope that he can take the summer, relax, get healthy, and we're excited for next season too.
Yeah, we really are. And there's 4 games left on the Red Wings schedule. This is the final one at home, obviously, but 3 on the road. And the Red Wings want to win as many games as they can. And you want to go into the summertime on a winning note. You don't want to lose all 4 games and have a sour experience during the summertime. So we'll see them play hard.
Yeah, and they proved that they can still play well even without their captain winning that game in Tampa, like we talked about. A huge win for them. So we're hoping they can end the season on that note moving forward. Ken, you and I picked a couple of our favorite moments from the season, and they both just happen to be moments from our captain, Dylan Larkin. Why don't you go first with yours?
Well, the one I picked was not a fancy goal. It was not a great save by Nedeljkovic or Grice, but it's this play right here. It was in New York, and I thought the Red Wings played their best road game of the season, and it was all about the back-checking of Dylan Larkin and how he came back and worked hard to get back into the play and actually caught up with his man, didn't draw a penalty, and got to Panarin right there and took the puck away from him, and then had the stamina to come back the other way. And what I want to point out right now is the fact that it doesn't take, you don't need to be a 50-goal scorer or be an outstanding player on the power play. It all starts with effort. And if I was a coach, I would say, I want to show this play each and every time before we get on the ice, because it doesn't show up on the scoreboard, but this is how you win games in the National Hockey League, and this is how you make your way up the ladder and make the playoffs. That was an exceptional play by Dylan Larkin, and to me, the highlight of the season.
Ken, they would go on to win that game at Madison Square Garden in a shootout, so Dylan Larkin definitely, he might have saved the game on that play.
Yeah, he really did, and again, it's all about leading by example, and if you see your captain busting his tail off to get back into a play like that, that's how you win hockey games.
Now my play, I picked one that's also involving Dylan Larkin. This did involve some pretty goals though, Ken. He scored his first career hat trick right here at Little Caesars Arena back in December against the New Jersey Devils. And I remember reacting to this when it was when I found out it was the first hat trick, just thinking, really? Dylan Larkin doesn't have a hat trick yet? But he was pretty excited. He even talked about some memories with his grandmother back in the day that if he scored a goal, he would get $5. So it was a $15 day for Dylan Larkin. Maybe a little more than 15, all right? But he got that extra $15.
Just an amazing game for him. And I was surprised, too, with you, Daniela. I thought he had more than that, but just a great game for him against the Devils. Scored some beautiful goals, too.
Yeah, that he did. And at this point in the season, there were 4 players, including Philip Zadina, just an hour before game time, placed into COVID protocol. So it's another moment where Dylan Larkin stepped up when he had to.
Yeah, and that's what you count on. Look at the hats there. Isn't that a beautiful sight? We've
Love
seen
it.
some hats thrown the other way this year, but whenever the Red Wings score, the fans throwing those hats on the ice, it's just nothing like it.
No, there definitely is nothing like it. And of course, Dylan Larkin, we mentioned having one of the best seasons of his career. He had 31 goals. His career best was 32 goals in the 18-19 season, but I have no doubt that if he would have played the remainder of the games, he would have passed his career best. He led the team with 69 points, and that 31 goals was a team high as well.
Yep, and again, he's just an outstanding talent. And again, I think as the team moves forward, and we'll see some changes in the offseason. Obviously, there always are some changes. He's going to be the team leader out there again, and hopefully he can rebound, which I believe he will. And next year, the team will keep moving up and up and up, and eventually make the playoffs and really be down the road a Stanley Cup contender.
So a 30-goal scorer in Dylan Larkin. The Red Wings very well could have another 30-goal scorer in Tyler Bertuzzi if, in fact, he gets to that mark. He's at 28 right now.
Scored a goal against the Florida Panthers on a beautiful play. I think everybody thought he was going to pass the puck. Instead, he just turned around and whipped the shot behind Bobrovsky. Just a beautiful play. And again, he's missed some times this season, unable to travel to Canada, but I think if he played those games, he'd be over 30 goals.
That he would. And Ken, we can't reflect on the past season without talking about the rookies, Lucas Raymond and Mo Seider. We'll start with Lucas Raymond, drafted 4th overall in 2020. Did you expect this kind of season, this kind of debut for Lucas Raymond?
You know what, I was a little bit non-committed, I guess was the best word, as we moved into the regular season, because I thought he played really well in training camp on all the exhibition games that he played, and I'm thinking to myself, there's still a question mark whether or not he's going to make the team or not, but he was one of the best players out there in the preseason, and he's played every game this season, and he's been terrific. Same thing with Mo Seider that we'll talk about too.
Yeah, Lucas Raymond had 23 goals, 33 assists for 56 points, and obviously that's continuing, still a few games left in this season. But when you look at where he ranks amongst rookies, 18 power play points is first. He's tied for second in goals, and he has 56 points, which is third. So it's an exciting time for Hockeytown.
And it's not that he's playing bad, Daniela. The fact is that Bunting, who's ahead of him, and Zegras, especially Bunting's playing on a pretty solid team.
Grandpa Bunting.
Toronto Maple Leafs, yeah, Grandpa Bunting. Was he, like 29 years old?
Yeah, no, I think he's 26. He's even younger than me, but the jokes are funny.
But the thing is he's playing there with Matthews and company, and obviously the points are going to go up. But again, nothing bad to say about Lucas Raymond. Like I said, he's played in every game. He's a factor in every game offensively for Detroit.
That he is, and a factor defensively for Detroit has been rookie Mo Seider. He leads the team in ice time almost every night, which is huge for a 20-year-old defenseman. He has perhaps had the biggest impact on this team this season.
He's got to be your Calder winner. I mean, he has to be. I mean, I know everybody in Toronto wants to see Bunting in there, but he plays almost 25 minutes a game. He leads all rookies in assists, and what's he got, like 46 assists?
Yep.
And, he's got some big goals. His first goal that he ever scored was a game winner against the Buffalo Sabres, and he's just so dynamic. He's playing as a rookie against the best players in the National Hockey League. I mean, to do that and shut them down, that says a lot about a rookie coming in.
That it does, and I mentioned that he tends to lead the Red Wings in ice time. He also leads NHL rookies in ice time, averaging 23 minutes and 4 seconds a game. 20 power play points is the most by any NHL rookie. Like you said, Ken, if he doesn't win the Calder, I got to figure out who to call. Making some phone calls here.
Well, the Red Wings have had some bad experiences in the past of players that should have won the Calder Trophy and didn't. Hopefully that'll change this year, because well-deserved, I think. Mo Seider, to me, is the best rookie, and he should be the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he definitely should be. We'll find that out soon enough. Right after the season ends, we'll know who the finalists are for all of the NHL awards, including the Calder Trophy. We also need to touch on Jacob Vrana, Ken, because he has been lights out since he returned from his shoulder surgery. He, in fact, has the fewest games to get to 20 goals in franchise history. Just 32 games Jacob Vrana has played while wearing the winged wheel, 20 goals.
I remember Danny Grant. He teamed up with Marcel Dion back in 1975, and he scored 50 goals for the Red Wings, but he was a terrific hockey player. Paul McLean as well. But I'll tell you what, that's an amazing stat. It's an amazing number. The man's a pure goal scorer, too. You're not going to see him set up too many of his teammates, but I think it's up to the teammates to set him up, because when that puck's on his stick, it doesn't take long for it to get to the back of the net. He's been terrific, Jacob Vrana.
That is the most impressive part, right? How quick he can release the puck. He scored a goal immediately off the faceoff just a couple of weeks ago, and you barely saw the puck get to him before it was in the back of the net.
You know, Daniela, when you look at top scorers around the league, I remember Brett Hull, just watching him in practice. When that puck's on his stick, bang, it's off his stick and into the net, and he gets so much leverage on the shot. The same thing you can say about Jacob Vrana.
It will be really exciting to see Jacob Vrana play a full season in a Red Wings uniform. So I think that's another thing to look forward to about next year.
Yeah, we talk about 30 goal scorers.
Yeah.
You could pencil him in for 30 or 40 if he continues on that clip. So, again, there's a lot of things I would have liked to see this year. Obviously, the injury to Jacob Vrana just kind of devastated this team. And not only that, but when he's back in the lineup for a full season, the power play is going to get better too, because his numbers will go up, the team will score more goals, and if the team can stay healthy and get that type of offense from many of the players that we're seeing this year, things are looking good for Detroit.
A lot of things to look forward to for the Red Wings, but as we mentioned, there are still a few games left in this season, starting with today's game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who played on Thursday against the Boston Bruins. Not an easy matchup, Ken, and they actually shut the Bruins out, a final score of 4-0 in that one, and Jake Gensel netted a hat trick.
Yeah, he had a hat trick, but I think you got to tip your hat to the goaltender, Casey DeSmith. 52 saves. Now, you look at that game and you think, wow, Boston played bad. Well, they really didn't. This is an up-and-coming team and a dangerous team, the Boston Bruins. But you got to tip your hat to Casey DeSmith. He was spectacular in goal. And right here, Gensel just finds a way to get to the back of the net. 40 goals on the season for him. And it doesn't matter who plays with Sidney Crosby. If you're going to play with him, you're going to get your points.
That you are, and we're going to see the final of the 3 goals right here. It was an empty netter, but a nice little flick of the wrist and into the empty net for Gensel, and then you're going to see the hats fly there in Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah, it's a wonderful sight, except when it happens against you, right?
Right. You don't like it when it happens to you, but it's fun when it's for you. Now looking at the rest of the leaders for the Pittsburgh Penguins, of course, Sidney Crosby, who you mentioned, Chris Letang, and Brian Rust. They are definitely a high-flying offense who did put up 11 goals against the Red Wings last time these two teams met.
Yeah, a little payback today, I would imagine. The Red Wings aren't going to forget that game. They'll tell you they forgot about it, but I can guarantee you the coaching staff's going over and saying, remember that game late in March? Well, you know what? We've got some paybacks here in Hockey Town tonight. But, you know, you look at Evgeny Malkin. Malkin missed the last 4 games because of a suspension, but guess what? He's back in the lineup, and you know what he does? He makes the power play better. Check these numbers out. Evgeny Malkin, when he's playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins on the power play, they're around 22%. When he's not in the lineup, they're at 16%.
Wow.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, so you're saying stay out of the box today, which is always something, but maybe even a little extra today.
And hope that he's not as sharp because he missed the last 4 games.
There you go. That's right. That's right. So Evgeny Malkin returning to the lineup. Ken, how do you like the Pittsburgh Penguins playoff chances?
Well, they're going to make it, and
Right.
It's just a matter of where they're going to be in the standings. But you know what? In the Eastern Conference, everyone's going to finish with 100 points or more. Pick your poison. Who do you want to play? I mean, you're going to have to go through 3 rounds before you get to the Stanley Cup final, and it's going to be a battle. And even if you're the Florida Panthers, you just never know. Look at the Colorado Avalanche in the West. They've lost 3 games in a row. Edmonton's starting to play better. Man, if you're the Colorado Avalanche after a great year, you got to be saying, like, all right, let's right the ship here. We don't want to go into the playoffs losing games.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the Red Wings won't be in the playoffs this year, but all of us are going to get to enjoy some great playoff hockey, that's for sure.
Yep, the weather's getting nicer,
Yeah.
and we'll be out there perhaps on the lake or outdoors watching those hockey games on TV, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But, you know, I miss the playoffs. I really do. My first, I don't know how many years, 15, 16 years here, every time at this point of the season we were looking ahead, the fans were looking ahead to a long playoff run, and hopefully soon the Red Wings can get back there, and I feel positive about that.
And all of that, I hope you guys heard the note of on the lake. I think Ken just invited us all on his boat this summer. So.
Yeah, just bring money for gas.
We'll
$6 a gallon isn't going to, you know, I mean, it'll dent my pocketbook.
That's for sure, Ken. Let's take a look
Bring your oars.
at the oars. We're going to have to paddle back when we run
Exactly.
out of gas. We're going to look at the goaltending matchup that we are projecting for today's matchup between the Red Wings and Penguins. We expect to see Casey Casey DeSmith, who you just mentioned, had an outstanding performance against the Boston Bruins on Thursday, and Alex Nedeljkovic for the Red Wings, who's coming off that loss in Florida, but Nedeljkovic has been steady all season.
Yes, he has been, and he's had some really good games, especially that game against Carolina comes to mind where he stopped 46 or 47 shots. Red Wings won against a very good team 3-0. Casey DeSmith, I hope he's shell-shocked because he faced a lot of rubber in that game against Boston. Maybe the Red Wings can take advantage and he won't be that sharp today.
Yeah, we're going to have to hope so, right? But he looked great on Thursday. They're just going to have to test him early, right? Something the Red Wings are going to have to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you want to get the lead against this Pittsburgh Penguin. You made a good point. Stay out of the penalty box because this team can really hurt you.
Yeah, big time. Stay out of the box. I hope that they can hear us right now. They're listening to us, right, Ken? Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in to another edition of the Forecheck, the last one of the season. It's been great to bring you everything all season long. For our betting friends out there, we did not forget about you. If you'd like to place a bet on today's game, the Red Wings are a +1.5, and the over-under is set at 6.5. PointsBet offers same-game parlay for the NBA as well. NBA playoffs are in full swing, and you can combine your favorite bets anytime during the game, including spreads, totals, props, and more. Don't just bet, live your bet life.
You know what, Daniela, I'm excited about being outside. We're getting some
beautiful.
sunshine right here. I forgot the aloe and the suntan lotion, but I'm really looking forward to mingling with the fans a little bit after our show here.
Yeah.
Because we've got some giveaways to give away too.
That we do. It's Fan Appreciation Day here at Little Caesars Arena, and let me tell you, we appreciate you through and through all season long. You guys have been here through the ups and downs of a tough season, and it has been a blast. I also want to give one more shout out to our production crew, because believe it or not, I'm not the easiest to deal with all the time.
Oh, come on.
And they do such a great job, and they work really hard every day for us, Ken, and they make us look great, so that's good.
Well, Mike's our floor manager here, and if it wasn't for that pointer that lasted all season, we wouldn't know what to do, what
Had
camera
nowhere-
to look in.
yeah,
And
nowhere.
Mark Milligan and all his staff doing a great crew, and it all started in Traverse City, and here we are ending it up here at Little Caesars Arena, and hopefully we can look forward to next Traverse City and training camp and a better season.
Yes, a lot to look forward to, Ken. All of you, make sure you tune into the game if you're not coming down here, but we hope you are. As we said, there's a lot of fun going on here on the Chevy Plaza. Today's game is on WWJ, right, 950, because we've got an exciting Tigers milestone happening across the street today, too.
Go Cabrera, right?
Yeah.
One more hit to 3,000.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So everybody, make sure you're flipping back and forth today. I know there's a lot of excitement going on in Detroit. Again, thank you so much for a great season, and thank you for tuning into the Forecheck presented by PointsBet. We'll see you next year.
Thanks, fans.